McShane, Doctor of Physical Therapy, coming to you from the Body Rebuilders Physical Therapy Clinic in Balcombe, PA. And today I'm going to show you how I introduce squatting as an exercise for my patients and my athletes. So squatting can kind of have a bad reputation as being bad for your knees or bad for your back, but done properly, it's probably one of the better exercises that you can do for building strength and resiliency from head to toe. So Luke is going to help me out here and demonstrate from the very basic version of this to how it gets a little bit more intense and how we can start adding some weight to it. If you have knee pain or hip pain, especially with bending over and squatting down, this might be a more comfortable version of this exercise for you to do, starting with a chair. So the first thing I'm going to have Luke do is scoot to the front half of the chair. Okay? And he's going to make sure that his feet are kind of tucked underneath but still flat to the floor. If his feet are way far out in front of him, it's going to put a lot of extra strain on his knees. So he wants to make sure he has them back underneath. And then he's going to point his toes out at an angle. So I'm going to have you widen out your stance just a little bit. And then toes are going to be out, about 30-degree angle pointing away from each other. And then the next thing he's going to do is make sure that his knees are wide. Last but not least, I want him to bend forward. Before he even goes to stand up, he's going to do a big lean forward. And when he goes to stand, and this is what makes this different from how we would typically get up from a chair, he's going to push up through his hips, up towards the ceiling. Just like that. So his back is at a bit of an angle, and then he can stand up nice and tall at the top. And then in order to come back down, we reverse everything else. He bends forward a little. That forward bend takes all of the pressure off of your knees. It allows the hip muscles to contribute to the movement. Whereas, go ahead and stand up with a straight back, like the opposite way. Standing up, head up, chest tall, is how we would typically stand up from a chair, but it doesn't include those hip muscles that we want, and it can put a little bit more strain on your knees and your back. So ideally, you bend forward during something like this, hips go up. You can put your hands on the railing if you need to, or you can put your hands on your lap if you need to. Both of those can help a little bit if this is new to you. Okay, go on, sit back down again. We want to do this for repetitions. We do a few in a row. So why don't you give me 5 reps of this squat, all right? Each time he's thinking about keeping his knees wide, he's thinking about pointing his toes out, and he's bending forward. Good. I normally have people start with sets of about 5 at a time, and you rest for a little bit. It could be 20 to 30 seconds or more if you need more time. 3 sets of 5 is a good place to start, and then what you can do is start adding on repetitions as you go. 3 sets of 6, 3 sets of 7, and you work your way up there. When you get to the point where you're doing somewhere around 3 sets of 10 to 12 with minimal pain and not feeling too tired from it afterwards, you can start to add some weight. I'm going to show you next how we would do this if somebody came into the clinic who didn't have a particularly large amount of pain, but just wanted to squat in order to get stronger or to improve performance.